it's me, Erica, and we are down here. I have come down here reluctantly to review the Real Housewives of Atlanta, this stale old storyline that they keep trying to make us be entertained by, a child. So we down here to talk about it. Let's get down here. Okay. Still believing. Okay. So we're down here. I took a few notes. I hope this is not going to keep us long. I got to do Married to Medicine too. But let's do Real Housewives of Atlanta. Where do I have? Okay. So let's get through this. Let me adjust my seating, and we're down here. Right? We're good. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. And click the bell notification twice so that you can be alerted and notified when a new upload is uploaded. A new video is uploaded, is that how you say it? And then also if we go live, if we happen to go live, honey, and then also if we premiere a video, you'll get a notification. So several people also have told me that for some reason they were unsubscribed. So make sure you are subscribed if you have subscribed in the past. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have 24 hours till Cynthia's wedding. I really don't want to talk about Cynthia's wedding too ad nauseum because we all were able to see it when it actually happened last year on 10/10/20. So I'll have to say off the bat, Cynthia looked beautiful. Her dress was beautiful. She looked amazing. I've always said I don't give a damn what Cynthia's wishy-washy. She don't know which side to go on, but that's a beautiful lady. Shout out to the goddess of cheekbones, honey, because she looked amazing. And we're glad that Cynthia has found a partner to spend, chapters of her life with, the next chapters of her life with, and we're happy for her, okay? It's great. They did not use Bravo cameras. They used their own videographer and some cell phone footage, right? So at Cynthia's house, Eva shows up. Shout out to Eva the diva. We haven't seen her. I wish she was back on the show while she's not pregnant so we could get the real diva. You know what I'm saying? Because she really held back. I only saw Eva for one season. I did not watch the first season Eva was on because Kenya wasn't on there. So I didn't watch the season at all. The only episodes I watched from that season are when they did the use your real hair challenge and they came to Nene's house and that's when she assaulted the cameraman. And then when Eva read the dog shit out of Marlo in Japan. That's the only episodes, and then the reunion. That's all I watched. I didn't watch anything else. And then the second season she was pregnant. The second season she was on there, she was pregnant again. So we really we got, someone in creative mode, in creation mode while she was creating life. We didn't get the girl that will give you life, okay? So I really hope that Eva comes back. I really do, because I really think she's the one to give Porsha Williams the run for her money. Because they're around the same age. How old is Eva? They're around the same age. And, poor Porsha, she's sitting over there trying to be the principal cast member, and it's really pathetic to watch. It really is. Miss Eva is 36 years old. So, yeah, she's in that same peer group as Porsha. And, like Porsha coming after Kenya over and over and over again, season after season, it's boring, right? It's really boring. And so I've gotten to the point where this illusion of beef that she keeps saying that she has with Kenya is really weird to watch, and I don't understand where it's coming from. I don't get it. And so Eva shows up, and we talking about how everything has gone wrong with Cynthia's wedding. The conversation between Kenya and Candy and Eva, I love that Eva was like, girl, so what are we doing? We're editing stuff? We're editing ourselves for these cameras? I thought this was supposed to be a reality show. We're not talking about stuff now. I was here for it. Call it out, Eva. Cynthia is having a heart attack because Wendy Williams has really, she really talked really, really bad. She said Cynthia was selfish and anything like that. From my opinion, I do believe it was selfish. I do believe that she was focused on having that event on 10/10/20. It didn't matter. But at the end of the day, if you invite people and they come, nobody put a gun to those people's head to show up. So they wanted to celebrate with Cynthia and her nuptials, and that's what they did. So a lot of people like, oh, Cynthia had a super spreader event and all this other stuff. So like Kenya said, girl, we're in a pandemic and you want to have a wedding with 250 people. Expect criticism, period, and move on. Mallory brings up, okay, I'm going to say it again. Mallory brings up the bachelorette party. I'm going to say it one more time. Mallory brings up the bachelorette party, right? And so they're talking about the bachelorette party. Kenya starts chiming in. In Candy's confessional, she says she's really tired of Kenya bringing it up. However, when we shoot back to the scene, Candy is adding, did you see somebody on a coffee table where there was lips to lips? Now, from my recollection, and you can let me know if I'm wrong or I've misstepped somewhere, Kenya has never mentioned a coffee table in any of her stories. So Candy, although I keep telling you I'm not here for that bitch, although she acts like she's neutral and she doesn't want to bring anything up, Candy adds to the shit. While we leave Kenya as the scapegoat, because it's easy to think that Kenya's just ruining it. Kenya keeps bringing it up. No, Kenya's talking about it. And she said, if you don't want me talking about it, that's not going to happen. It happened in a cast house. It's free range. I can talk about whatever I want, because had I been the one fucking Bolo, these bitches would have threw a parade down Peachtree. And we're not going to sit here and be intellectually dishonest, although we are talking about Porsha, so it would be a little hard to access intellect. However, nobody is doing anything to Porsha that she didn't do to herself. Had you not been fucking the stripper, nobody would have a conversation to talk about. Sorry, girl, you gave us content. Thanks. Tanya was having fun. She mentions Tanya again, but mainly it was Porsha. She says, I didn't see Shamea. And that's when Candy mentions the coffee table. We love that Candy and Kenya, well, we don't love it. Candy and Kenya have this conversation, and Kenya says, thank you for backing me up, because if Kenya says something and she sits there, and we've seen it over and over again. We've seen Kenya sit there on reunions with no support from anybody, especially when that shit with Apollo was happening. Everybody was mum's the word. Nobody had her back. So here she's thanking Candy for actually kind of co-signing the things that she talks about, because we know that it's easy to make Kenya the scapegoat because she's just this violent, evil, miserable person. Child, Drew and Shamea and Porsha and they have this event called A Night at Nice, a no judgment zone. The important missing variable in this no judgment zone is the stripper with the big dick. So if you had the stripper with the big dick at the party, then it would have been different. Then you could really say, okay, Porsha and Tanya, go to the back, eat each other's pussy, fuck the stripper, and then we could see if we have no judgment zone here. So they wanted to have a good time without the aunties, the judgmental aunties. Okay. What Porsha said, she's feeling kind of a little trepidation about seeing Dennis at the wedding. Now, I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to give Alligator Mouth her credit when it's due. That bitch looked bad as fuck at that wedding. And I even have a tweet from the time of that wedding. I said, Porsha looks amazing. Miss Surface is going to give you that each and every time. If she can't do nothing else, that bitch, as dumb as she is going to step out looking fly as hell. And that's what she did. But we know at weddings, you are not supposed to be so fabulous that you take the attention from the bride. However, Cynthia got 20 years on beauty over Porsha. Oh, maybe 10, 15 maybe, because Portia's 40. I'm calculating her as 30. Maybe her brain is there at 30, but the bitch is going to be 40 come Cancer season. Hey, auntie. All right. Hey, girl. So once again, Miss Drew with her SAG card, I hope it gets renewed this season. I hope your SAG card, Drew, gets renewed. Because, bitch, you've been acting here. And we know you've been acting because we know that you've auditioned to be a part of this friend group. You wanted to audition for friend number 5 and you got it. And so every scene, that's probably why you change your wig every scene, because you're a different character every scene, aren't you? Aren't you, Drew? I hope that they don't bring you back next season, because the acting, I can't deal with it. Take that raggedy ass acting to BET where you been over there. All right. So Marlo says she did the hashtag it wasn't me. And everybody is like, well, that has to do with Kenya, and that has to do with Latoya, and that has to do with Marlo. Marlo says, I still have Kenya blocked, so I don't have nothing to do with that. My nephew asked me about it, so whatever I can do to take myself out of it, that's what I'm gonna do. So Porsha makes this really odd statement that Marlo is gullible and weak, and that's the reason why Kenya Moore, who is the self-proclaimed shade assassin, she don't need no help, especially from Marlo Hampton. Okay, so I don't know what Porsha is talking about, and these are the things that when Porsha describes, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what she's drinking. I don't know if that glue in her wig is too tight. I'm not sure what's happening, but she says that Marlo is gullible and weak, and that Kenya needed Marlo to do her dirty work. What is the dirty work? Bringing up the stripper? Anybody has range to bring up the stripper. And anybody has range to bring it up. Marlo says, I don't care what Porsha says, she's not going to regulate my friendships. And she should have said that. Porsha is really, I don't know what it is, but she really looks pathetic trying to be the principal character in this cast. You're an ensemble. You're typically the flunky, right? Phaedra and Nene's flunky. You're typically that. And if Marlo was on this show, you would probably be Marlo's flunky. But we're not going to talk about that. Latoya shows up. They play Truth or Dare Jenga. Marlo runs around with her titties out. We love to see it. Hello, titties. And then I love when Latoya was making fun of how Porsha walks. Porsha walks like she has scoliosis and spina bifida. So her ass is sticking out and her stomach sticks out too, and her ass sticks out. It looks really weird. And it's probably based on her weight gain from the pandemic. But we're not going to talk about that. Toya brings up Bolo again. And Toya says, you know what? Personally, I don't really care about the rumors and stuff like that, because she knows whatever she's done, she can stand in it. Unlike Porsha and Drew, right? Because Porsha plays like she's this free-spirited, airy, good girl, but we know what it really is. And that's why you're so bothered about this Bolo situation. That's why you're so bothered. Drew says to Toya, well, obviously you do care because you singled me out. You don't need to be singled out, girl. You had your ass. And you see, Drew was like, yeah, I had my ass out and I was shaking my ass, but my husband doesn't have a problem with it. I don't believe that to be 100% true. However, the reason why Toya keeps mentioning your marriage is because you came at her telling her about her vows and what kind of vows did she take. I would love to ask Ralph what kind of vows did he take when he hopped out the window dressed in all black with his overnight bag headed to Tampa, Florida. We still want to know about that. Hopefully we get the answer at the reunion. All right. So Latoya starts talking about Kenya getting alimony. Drew acts like, oh my God, don't tell her business. Then Porsha in the after show says, I don't even care. She thought she was going to come here and start spilling tea about Kenya's marriage. I don't care. I'm not happy about what's going on in her relationship. The only reason why you're not happy, bitch, is because your relationship mirrors. Actually, you're not in a marriage. You're in a situationship with an ain't shit nigga with the Declaration of Independence of bitches on his back. I don't know what you thought you was going to do to be special, because every bitch really looks like you in Atlanta. You don't stand out from the rest, girl. You really don't. Okay? All right. Drew says, don't tell Kenya's business. And Porsha acts like, oh, I don't want to know her business and this and that. And that's rude. And I'm not gonna take you to church because you'll be telling everybody's business. Toya said, girl, let's go to church together, honey. That damn shit will probably catch on fire when Porsha walks in. So back at Cynthia's wedding, the only part that really made me emotional was, oh yeah, and Shamea, you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. You a flunky, and how you a friend of the housewife and you a flunky, girl? Bye. Anyways, the thing that I love the most about the wedding was Noelle and Cynthia standing there as Noelle gave her away. I thought it was beautiful. That's the part I was like, oh, Noelle and Cynthia, they just are beautiful. I wonder, was Leon at the wedding? I don't know. Anyways, so we get Eva's hot mic with her homeboy. Now, the hot mic that everybody is talking about from the commercial, where it was Candy and Kenya in the bathroom talking about Drew. And Candy saying if she don't want her husband to leave her, she better not tell him a thing. They weren't talking about Cynthia and Mike. They were talking about Drew. And Kenya let us know that on Speak On It. So the other hot mic that we were able to hear was them talking about what happened at the party. Shout out to Eva, the diva. Anyways, let's see what else is going on. Oh, so the next scene is Porsha sitting across from her Karma McKinley, and he tells her he doesn't remember why we broke up. Let me remind you, you fucked another bitch while she was pregnant, and you fucked another bitch while she was in postpartum. You put the bitch, she lost her edges, and you put the bitch in therapy. You went to therapy with her because you were the reason why she was in therapy, okay? And he tells her that she's moving like she's single. Porsha, the dummy that she is explaining, I don't even say that I'm single. Why? Why don't you say you're single? You don't say you're single. You're acting like you're single. Meanwhile, Dennis is acting the same way, right? He probably got another tattoo while you was in South Carolina, but we ain't going to talk about that. We talked about Porsha kicking him out 3 times. So Porsha, like she has admitted to us that she still makes Dennis relive the fact that he's cheated on her, right? Candy tried to tell you about Dennis. I'm really over here like, girl, you walked into that. You thought Candy was being a hater and you went and had a baby with this man, and honey, it didn't turn out great. So I don't even know what you fighting for. So we just need to move on. She says, yeah, you're not in a relationship, but are you fucking? And he probably is, and you know what it is. So then we go through this montage of a doomed relationship with Porsha and her karma, and he says, you know what, it's a little bit, we too old to be acting like this. We are too old to be acting like this. I'm not old. I'm not even 40 yet. Flashback to when you were shaming being ageist with Kenya. When Kenya first said, I'm gone with the wind, fabulous. Yes, bitch. I'm 40 and I look like I just stepped off the runway, bitch. So now, fast forward 10 years, and this man who disrespected you, dishonored you, and everything is telling you, bitch, you too old to be acting like this. They take shots because that's what they do. See, that's the relationship you should have had with Dennis. Dennis should have been your fuck buddy, not your baby daddy. Anyways, y'all, that's my time. Take care of each other, protect your energy, and we're out. Peace.